calendar have to do with it? Okay. I hope we covered that a little bit, Jason. I apologize if we don't have more time. I do want to invite you to go to 12project.com, all one word, 12THPROJECT.com. And there you'll find on a tab, you'll find the self-mastery assessment. Do it. I mean, it's a fantastic thing. It costs you absolutely nothing. And either myself or one of the other 12 project enrollment counselors will, if you like, if you want to do the assessment and use it for your own purposes, that's fine. If you like, however, you can return it to the 12 project. It'll be assigned out to an enrollment counselor, and they can have a much more lengthy and in-depth conversation with you individually about what they're seeing in that self-mastery assessment. And it'll kind of give you a cue on where you are in your march toward an awareness of the truth of yourself. Because understanding where you are is really critical to understanding where you're going to go from here. Okay? We can start some great journeys never knowing where we're going, but the bottom line is every journey has to have a starting point, and it has a lot to do with where you're going to end up. Okay, what does the Mayan calendar have to do with it? We covered this earlier in the discussion. The Mayan long count calendar, one of three major calendars in the ancient Mayan society, comes to an end on December the 21st in the year of 2012. That unto itself is remarkable, but it really doesn't mean the end of the world or any other such thing. However, if you take a look at the relationship between that long count calendar, started August the 31st, I believe it was 3114 BC. If you take a look at that calendar and the fact that it very, very neatly winds through a series of what are called baktuns. These are 400-year cycles. And each one of the baktuns is actually attributed a certain energetic influence. And they're given names, and they're given defining descriptions, somewhat in the world of astrology. You know, when we're in Capricorn, there's a certain energetic background that tends to influence things in certain directions. Each one of these baktuns has been measuring the years from 3114 all the way up to the year 2012, not just in terms of time, but in terms of the relationship between time and energy. And this is what not just the Mayans, but most ancient cultures were about. Time was a sacred thing, and it was to them quite possible to determine the truth of themselves and what they should be doing and what they should be focusing on by understanding the way that the physical universe was being arrayed, because the physical universe emits energy. That energy very much has an effect on us, and this is just one of the mechanisms through which the One influences us by actually placing us in proximity to not just other people, but other things. And it's very, very amazing that in the modern time, we have lost a belief in the fact that the alignment of other planets has meaning for us. And I mean, literally, the alignment and turning of the universe has meaning for us. We are all in one great big energetic soup. And just like the ocean, if you go drop a pebble off a shoreline in Florida, the ripples of that will inevitably be felt everywhere the water is held in continuity. I mean, you go all the way to Africa, and if you had an instrument delicate enough to measure it, the energy from that pebble hitting the water could be measured over on the coast of Africa. We are all bound together in one energetic field, and there's no getting away from that. So at the end of the day, the Mayans, the Sumerians, who got this entire science started on the other side of the ocean, picked up by the Egyptians, picked up by the Minoans, picked up by the Atlanteans, and if you marry all of this together, you get time as spirit, time as a mechanism for getting closer to the will of the One and conducting your life in a way that is pleasing to God or the One. All right? Now, God has taken many different forms for these people, but again, getting